All right. So, welcome. Uh, Tonight is Diaries of a Wimpy Graviturgist, the Noctua. Chapter 13, I believe. Um, we have a new player tonight, Noah. Um, we'll get to his
Hello,
character at
hello.
some point, hopefully not too long into the night. Um, Previously, uh, you guys left Phelan and helped out a homesteader. Um, you got some good info there, and you continued on your path to Oth. Heading north, you ran into what looks to be some kind of hideout, following the blight in the ground and the info that this guy gave you. You encountered some blighted like trees and vines and all kinds of just sickly things. You investigated. You went in. You investigated the house. You found a couple very cool items. You found some information, and while you were investigating the bedroom, you found a hidden door that led deeper into what looked to be almost like a shrine room from a couple very self-absorbed people. Um, I think Connell may have pocketed a Hand of Vecna statue. Um, and Alton picked up another secret door. You entered that, and it led down even further. Um, Eventually opening up into this massive domed roof uh, catacombs. Four pillars in holding up the ceiling, and 36 coffins just in like an archway uh, facing this higher pedestal, almost like a big stone deck with a couple more coffins that were laying on there in two very large painted pictures of Silas and Delilah Briarwood. Behind that altar, there was a yellow beam that was heading up into the ceiling. Um, you can see just like this like black ichor coming out from it and feeding into the stone and um, all that. Anyways, you fought a couple vampire spawn and some shadows. Alton took care of the shadows lickety split, and the vampire spawn almost had a couple of you down. Or they had one down and almost another one.
Oh god,
But
Connell and Marlowe got wrecked.
yeah, also, before you entered that, Quinn sat in a throne chair and had a brief moment to himself. Then Quinn, after while you guys were defeating these vampire spawn, Quinn came around the backside and started blasting this to be like some kind of mineral orb that was just exert pushing this light out from it, and whatever blight was happening. So, I think we pick up with all of the last vampire spawn being put down. And we'll say you guys have gone through, I'd say, about 20 of these caskets so far, just ripping open, and I think you said you were beheading them and just
We were
killing.
staking them and then beheading them, so
Yes.
they were inert.
Um, You do notice as you're doing this that these caskets, when you get to this point and you're staking them, there are like along the bottom of the whole of it, there are these little like wooden stakes that are coming out and just barely touching the skin of whatever is in here, almost putting them in some kind of comatosis. You know, like this was
like they've already been staked.
not dead, but just like a paralyzing state, just enough to keep them under. Almost like this is like a gathering place for something bigger when they need them, or a trophy room, or something of that nature. So we'll say the scene is set and the floor is yours.
How many did you say we made it through?
20. You have
And
16
there was
left.
36.
Yep.
My kill count went down. Ugh.
Yeah, what are we doing with the heads?
What kind of question is that?
That's a really strange question.
This is
I'm gonna be honest.
too early in the night.
Strange.
I was just
What are we
staking them
doing
through
with the
heart.
heads? Are we collecting the heads?
No, Alton, we're not collecting the heads. We're just tossing them
I
aside.
thought that was the plan. I'm sorry. I was
Have you been? Have you been? How many heads do you have in that bag?
I didn't start taking them yet.
Okay, good. Don't.
Yeah,
How
feel
many
that
people do you
suggests
have in
that I
that
was
ring?
Ooh.
Yeah, Dirk.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the trafficker here, remember?
No, I was asking Quinn.
Andy, the heads, do they have like the vampire teeth?
Oh my
Derspira,
Like
I
pointy
like you.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Some of the teeth like have grown full length, and some of them are just started growing. Apparently, all of these spawns are in different stages of their development.
Can I rip out some of the full ones?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. I'd say give me a strength check.
Connell, is this really necessary?
You'll find out later.
What's he doing with them? Is he taking their head?
No, Alton, we're not taking anybody's heads.
Strength check 12.
12. All right, I'd say like over the time that you were doing this, you managed to collect four intact ones. You break more, but you've never really. I mean, yeah, it's a difficult process with the tools that you have.
Perfect.
Do we have any idea what time of day it's getting to?
Well,
not until I can get into the sunlight.
Well, that I wouldn't need to ask Alton if I could see the sunlight.
Yeah, dumb.
I'm just saying that if the sun was out, I could tell you almost very precisely what time it is.
Very good.
Can I ask a dumb question?
yes.
Are all these vampires the same race? Like, are they all human vampires, or
No.
can you have a? Okay, they're all sorts of races.
They're mostly humans.
Okay.
You do find like almost like a tiefling that has its horns chopped off, and a couple other like a half orc. Actually, you probably find like 2 or 3 of those. All of the non-human ones though are the ones like where they're like they're not as far along as in development, you know.
Okay.
While Connell was desecrating corpses, could I do something productive? Is there anything of interest around? Anything, paper materials, furniture,
There
pockets?
Yeah, make an
a stack of books, perhaps.
Okay, make an
Do
investigation. Yes, what?
We've been at this for a while, guys. Do we really think we need to continue? They all seem pretty inert.
We don't really want them coming back.
19 here.
19?
Okay. It seems like as long as they're on these, whatever, they're not going anywhere.
How many do we have left? Like 16?
Yeah.
How long does each take to kill?
I mean, you're a bunch of trained killers. I'd say you've probably been at this for like almost an hour. You know, like, because these are not wooden caskets; they are stone caskets. You're sliding the lids off. You know, you have to climb up on there. You know, and it's taking, you know, 5 minutes.
Darspier is heading the killing. I'm gonna go out into the other room.
I'll help him with it.
When I was a young man, I once chopped a face of wood in 1 hour.
Quinn's gonna
Alden,
shake
I
his
find
head
that hard
and
to
walk into a
believe.
different room.
Okay.
I
Alden,
wanna take a look at that picture.
that picture. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like you're kind of like going behind Dorspira and Connell as they're just raking these heads off and stabbing the bodies with wood stakes. Within the coffins, you manage to get about 150 150 gold piece worth of small gems. You find one of them has had a ring on, with like a skull in it, which was kind of neat, and you pulled that off. There was one female that had this really nice gold necklace. If you wanted to take that, that was 75 gold roughly. About that's how much the necklace is worth. Blah blah blah.
She doesn't need this anymore.
And you do find one of the ones closer to the where the pedestal was with the two main caskets. One has this beautiful sword in the casket with him. It is a rapier.
Yank that.
And then you, as you scatter around there, and you do find an altar, there is a book.
That's more Alton speed.
At first glance,
I leave everything else exactly where it was.
okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do it.
But that's like all of the valuables that you do find here. You do on all of these find a small, like almost like a mini sai, a silver like a mini sai on all of the bodies in the caskets. If you want to take all of those. But most of their clothes
like
and
a-
most of their, like, the couple that still have armor on, it's very ripped up and unwearable. I mean, you could probably take it and sell it for, scraps if you really wanted to manhandle all of the bodies.
I have no intention of undressing these desecrated corpses.
Okay.
But that little silver piece seems. Is it something they're wearing, like a pin, a pendant?
It's like
Or is it
tucked
more
in
like
their boot, almost like a dagger hidden. And it's
Perfect. It's in their boots. I'll check all their boots.
okay.
Get a pile of those and would say 20 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. How many are you wiping out this whole thing?
As fast as I can.
No, I'm talking to.
One's killing. I think we should.
Okay.
It's less it'll come back to bite us later.
Oh, boo.
I'll let
Quinn,
you guys handle that.
Make me a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Who, me or him?
Ooh.
That's a 5.
5. Okay. All right. Okay, so you guys wipe out all of it. You collect everything that you can find.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna go check out the painting that we moved.
Okay. It is of a guy who has longer, straight. It's mostly black hair with streaks of silver that run through it. He has these eyes that, like, as you're looking at the painting, it looks like a gray with colors of yellow, like rippling through them, almost like the crest of a wave when it turns to that white color. Um, he has mostly like this aged black, like silk clothing on. It looks shiny in the painting. Like the painter that did this intentionally did these details. But it has hints of like red stripes, and then there is like this gray stripe that runs all the way down.
I'm gonna take my dagger out,
Okay.
and it's a pretty large painting. It was hiding a door, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna cut his face off, like just a square,
Okay.
and I want to roll it up and put it in my pack.
Well, that's you're doing that. Well, all right. Anything else you guys would like to do in the catacombs? Or you just?
I say once we do what we're doing, we just get out.
I'd like to check the chair out once more, but besides that, that's all I want to do.
As you sit back in the chair for a second, like this, you know, the first time that you sat in it, it was like it took you in. It sounded welcoming. This time as you sit in it, like a little chill goes through, you know, your spine. Unpleasant. Sorrow. Sadness.
I'll wait for the others.
As you guys wrap up and head back up the stairway into the shrine room is what we'll call it, the self-absorbed, cocky room. You see Quinn just kind of standing there at this point.
I would like to state with the picture that I turn it around and kind of lay it on its side where it's not so visible.
Okay. And that's not in the shrine room. That's back up into the
Yeah, but when I
basement.
was out there, I just want
Right.
to say that I kind of like put it down. Anyways.
And you walk through the rest of the house, and you get to the front door, and you can hear a little bit, like as you come up to that first floor and start walking, you know, past the round table, and there was a bench there. You start hearing some rustling, like some, and you open the door and you see this blue female giant holding this human dressed in black robes, just like bear hugging him. And she looks back at you and immediately lets him go and drops down into a human form that looks like Antonia.
Well, I will draw my pistol and point it at said human.
I found him lurking. I don't know. You guys were down there. It was almost all day. I didn't know what to think. Manaj, maybe you should talk to him. And she takes like a step back and goes into the house and with like an embarrassed, like kind of puts her head down and briskly walks past you guys.
All right. Can we help you?
Look, it's Quinn and its growth.
What?
I'm surprised you're
Nothing,
not
never
talking with your pistol.
It is, allow us to introduce ourselves, and don't mind that was not a euphemism. He usually talks with his pistol.
Yes, I think I know that.
Oh God! And I uncock my pistol and I put a hand out.
Hello.
I help him back up. What on earth are you doing here?
Marlowe shoulders Alton.
What on
is this?
Exandria are you doing here?
Well, I could ask you the same thing.
Well, don't.
No. If you want to give a description of what the party sees.
Yes, you see a human, about 25-ish, dark blue eyes. He has kind of brown, graying hair, big coat, and he has 2 short swords. His back, just other adventuring gear and what.
I take it you're a friend of Quinn's.
Friend's a strong word.
Well, we know each other.
Yes, this is Dak. This is Marlowe. Alton's the old guy.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Dospira. That asshole's Connell.
Pleasure to meet you.
And in all seriousness, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, you know me, just killing things, and I got a lead to this place. So
Everything here is dead, so you're a little bit late.
He'll fit right in.
I just
Doing apparently we're doing your job for you.
Just for a little bit of clarification, your lead was in Othmore.
Oh right, yes, I was just headed that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You noticed the blight and followed the evil, and it led you to this.
Yep. Yes. Well, I was just headed somewhere to kill evil things, like I do. Then I got grabbed. So.
Fair enough. Antonia has.
Who was that?
That's our friend Antonia. She is a grappling personality.
Quinn trafficked her. Let's make this clear.
That does not surprise me.
Wait, do we know? Do you know them from your trafficking days, Quinn?
If you call bounty hunting trafficking, yes.
No way.
I believe that's what we've been calling it.
Yes, it's a little different.
I'm sorry. I didn't quite get your name.
You can call me Dak.
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 And how much do you weigh, Dak?
Don't mind him.
He
everyone.
asks. He really does ask everyone that.
It's a weight thing.
I'll tell you what. We can deal with this later. I'll get you an application.
We really. Let's just hold the boat, Alton.
Yeah, you can see like I described him, like this adventure with all this adventuring stuff, but he's standing there like very kind of meekly, and the look does not match the posture or personality.
A while back, Dak and I were on the similar job. I was hired to pick someone up. He was hired to get me there.
He needed.
I don't think you see so well in the dark either, but he knows his way around the Underdark a lot more than I do. So, anyways, we were fighting a bunch of Duragar. We were hunting a basilisk. I got turned into stone. Long story short, he dragged my ass out of there and restored me. So
You still owe.
I am aware, Dak.
Well.
That sounds like quite a heavy debt.
Yes.
We got the pun.
Yes.
Yes. So what are you lot? just
About the
Alton?
3.5 foot.
Yeah.
You can see Quinn is almost in physical pain.
if you guys want to give just a quick description to Dak of what you're like and your race, your class, and or just your race and your description is fine.
What I think what
Go for it.
Did he freeze?
Oh, he might have froze.
Froze.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Ooh.
That's a great that we should have taken that face and put happy birthday on it. Happy birthday, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been great. Alton, we'll just go right across the top. Just a visual. Go for it. You're muted.
Alton is a older human male, a quintessential wizard, long white beard, stringy white hair kept under a pointed hat. He wears blue robes. His true age is hard to tell. It's just he's reached that point where you're just like he's venerable.
Cunnell's a younger half elf, about 25, 5'11". He's got brown hair, kind of shaggy, and brown beard, and pretty much I'm in all black with some hints of green. And I'm holding a dagger out. Other than that,
Despair. You're muted too.
Muted.
I know how to do this. I go to Zoom class every day. Dorspira is a pallid elf, so think like shockingly white, white hair. He's got a little owl totem that sits on his shoulder that has faintly glowing eyes, and in general, I have a faint glow emanating from both me and my greatsword.
Marlo.
Marlo is a 3'4" ball of fire and dust. She is a halfling with long red hair. She has like some flowers in her hair. She's kind of like wearing this leather armor that's like dyed, but it's all dusty and dirty, and she looks like she hasn't showered in a while. And then she's donning this scimitar and whip on her side.
And Quinn.
Nice. You guys would notice about Quinn. He does not take any form that is not his true form. He stays in his true form. You take it that Dak has seen the true Quinn before. Bald, pointed white ears. If you think Dorspir is white, Quinn is very white. Like red eyes, almost like albino eyes. Wearing half plate armor. At the moment, wearing like a green, it's almost like a cross between a scarf and a cloak, like hanging off his shoulder. He's not currently wearing his Crusader helm, but he has a red leather burgundy Crusader helm. Blunderbuss on the back, shield, and pistol in hand.
Sweet.
So
And
with that,
shoot first, ask questions later personality.
Shoot. It's more of a shoot first.
Yeah.
Shoot first, shoot later, shoot after personality.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
Yeah.
oh dude, that's sorry, I just saw your screenshot. That's pretty rad, man. I'm glad we got that working. That's cool.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. All right. So with the introductions out of the way, I'd say the day is yours, but it's not really day. The sun is setting. It appears that you have probably maybe 2 hours before it is completely dark. What would you guys like to do?
Marlo says first, I'm not sleeping near these vampires. I will not sleep near these vampires.
Well, we have a bit of time if we could get somewhere safer.
Then let's get to stepping.
Does everyone have everything? Double check. We don't want to get on the road and find that we've forgotten something.
Connell, do you have everything?
I'll just pull out some vampire teeth, count them. Yeah, I think I got about everything.
Which, by the way, where are you storing all of the stuff you keep collecting?
Pocket. Wonderful.
I'm
pocket.
putting it in a bag that Quinn gave me.
Marlo does the wallet key cell phone check and
Quinn has sacrificed 50% of his most special abilities so that I can carry this large handbag.
It's true. It's called my Alton purse.
It's very sizable, and I wish it came in blue.
So you
Tough shit.
guys,
Let's go.
you
Yes, could I join you folks? At least for the night?
Of course,
Friend of
we'll
Quinn's
get to
is
your
welcome.
application at dinner.
Don't worry, Dak. They're just as strange as they seem.
We'll fit in then.
Yeah, I figured.
and you start heading north. It's more plains than anything else here. So in a matter of a couple hours, you can get several miles away. Probably 4. What?
Are we heading back to town?
Yeah,
Is that the
actually,
plan?
are you guys heading? Where are you? I'll let you decide this.
Because I thought we were getting paid for this job.
I thought we were heading back
Yes,
to
I
the
believe we
wine.
have to.
Yeah. We
You're-
need
I
to head
thought-
back to...
I thought
found
you
the
were
soda.
going north to Oss to actually Antonia will come out of the building and say, "What? No. We are getting those kids back." And that was part of our deal, Quinn. You said you would take me there. We took this after we made a deal.
So that's true. Yeah. That's something to balance there in our equation. Right.
You're going to off.
I think maybe we should head north, guys. That sounds like a good plan. I mean, we could always come back to this town later. I mean, we got a house to stay
Of
at.
course.
You
And
had
there's,
you had the
tree along the
gala.
line.
You had the gala, but that's still 12 days away.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll make
So-
it back in plenty of time. I'd rather not piss off the giant blue lady, so let's go.
You made a deal. I don't.
So
we
we're 4 miles north when we will decide to set camp.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Marlo's gonna shape change
Okay.
before we head out, and she's gonna shape change into a wolf.
A wolf.
Yeah.
So you see Marlo go from this tiny,
With red mane.
cute halfling, and just her muscles expand and fur grows from her arms and her legs. However you want to flavor it, there. So
It's pretty good. I was going to say I'm hoping to use her as more of a like smelling to find any animal like predators or just a safe place. She's trying to sniff out a place and lead the rest
Like
of
a
the pack.
like a sentry.
Yeah,
okay.
but she's going to be leading the pack
Yeah.
with her experience.
Awesome.
That is crazy shit.
Yeah, that's
And she's gonna
All right. So just roll me a perception check.
perception.
If you're using your smell, I think you get advantage on that in wolf form. Is that? Where's my book?
Check my notes.
as we're traveling, I'm gonna look at Connell and be, hey Connell, I'm gonna toss him a ring.
Well, it's Quinn.
Advantage
think you-
on wisdom.
I've
Perception.
had this since that weird orc tomb or whatever the hell we were at. Doesn't really do me any good. and I am tossing it. It's the that ring of obscuring.
Yeah, the one that makes the fog cloud.
Yeah, the one that makes the fog cloud.
It's a 21.
Alton, do you have that bat
Wait,
statue?
no,
Who
no.
has the bat statue?
Excuse me, it's a 18.
18? Okay.
Uh, yes, I believe I have it right here.
Hey, can I have it? Can I see that?
Of course, of course.
I want to toss that to Connell as well.
For me again.
I think you're going to get the most use out of this than anyone.
You remember that time we used to travel by cart?
Yep.
That wasn't so long ago.
Well, I'm just saying that I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that much more than walking.
Can't you levitate?
I could.
You can.
It takes concentration, and I'd have to tie a rope around someone sturdy, and I don't even know how long I can maintain it. It's easier just to walk or sit comfortably in a cart.
Well, then we'll have to go find a cart.
I mean, not tonight, of course.
So, Marlo.
Hold on a second. I think I said this wrong. I used the wolf skills, right? For the perception. So it was a 21, sorry.
A 21? Okay.
Yeah.
About a mile in, you switch from just going straight north to northwest as you get a bunch of different smells that makes you believe that there is a larger pack of something that is off to the east. You guide the group more northwest until the sun is almost set behind the Sirius Mountains. Light is getting very low, and the humidity is coming back. It is extremely sticky, and it's like one of those 75-degree nights, but 100% humidity. The mosquitoes and different bugs are out. Actually, you look around and you can see a couple lightning bugs just flying wherever they may go. You guys managed to, with that roll, to find a well secured place with a bunch of trees, and if you wanted to set up camp for the night.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Are the stars out?
The stars are out, yes.
Perfect. Quinn, why don't you make yourself useful and help me set up my viewing device? You're very handy. I know you know how it works.
Yeah, sure, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Marlo drops the wolf shape and immediately curls up under a tree or someplace that she, not even that she thinks is comfortable, just anywhere.
Anywhere?
She is beat.
Yes. All right. So you set up your viewing device and looking.
You know, as you see here, I tune it with these leather thongs.
Quinn walks away while Alton's talking.
More delicate. If there was a mechanical interface that, you know, okay.
Quinn's 20 feet away now.
I'm gonna walk over to the deck and be like, "So, how you been?"
Alive.
Still working for you know.
Oh, that was not one and done.
Yeah.
No longer.
I think I've cut those ties too, whether I meant to or not.
Well, I wouldn't say I cut the ties, just not currently.
Well, I think I cut the ties.
You found quite a group here.
Yeah, mostly about the money, and then got complicated. Say that again.
Like always.
Yeah. Yeah. Like always. You said you were good. You were good in the dark. You can see in the dark.
Yes. Can you?
No, I can. Hey, Alton.
Yes.
I'm gonna toss Alton the goggles. Save you some of your magic voodoo. I'm gonna toss you the goggles of night.
Thank you. For me.
Yeah, for you, so you can not have to use a spell to see.
Thank you. I most appreciate it.
Yes,
Clint's just
my
gonna
eyes
lay
are-
back and look up at the stars, somewhat close to Dak.
Dak like
It's-
moves like way.
Outside
Not
of the
like
humidity,
super close,
No,
but
no,
like
yeah,
nearby.
outside
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
humidity,
Dak is
is
like-
Questioningly close.
Nearby. Just meant
Funny
like I was
is
sitting with him talking and I lay down.
Jeff can't help himself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's totally out of character.
It's the skies are wide open. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Actually, I'll roll me a perception check.
Andy, I would like to pretend to sleep,
Okay.
but I would like to keep an eye on those two.
That's a 19.
A 19? Okay. I mean, you can see the appropriate constellations for this time of year. It's beautiful. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. What exactly are you keeping your eye on?
I mainly would like to make some measurements, confer against my astrolabe, and just make sure if I am getting too far north, and then I may need to adjust some of my star charts by hand.
Okay. So with that roll, you have veered to the west a little bit. There was a path that was not really a path, but you could have went straight north. If you would have continued on that, you would hit. There is actually a path on your map that leads from like the west side of the Plume Groves up and around the north to Othmornoth. But with those calculations, you know that you are probably you're less than a day from Othmore, and you are within a few hours of hitting the road, the actual roadways. So
That's perfect. I'm going to make some notes of that and gently scratch, say with chalk or charcoal, onto one of my handmade maps of where I believe we are.
okay. And you believe it's a pretty spot on. It's a good location. It's accurate.
Is there another hour in the day before I would need to rest in order to get up for third watch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how long you guys want to rest for. But I'm thinking, I mean, you just had a big battle. Everybody needs to rest. This would be one of those nights where you wouldn't be just taking like a 6-hour nap. You would probably be resting a little bit longer.
Well, everyone knows I would wake up at dawn to take my morning constitutional, and then I can assume the third watch.
Okay.
Do I have enough time for an identify?
Yes.
I would like to take a look at this beautiful rapier.
Okay. So you spend the 10 minutes. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in your private box for you.
While I'm at it, could I spend another 10 minutes to take a look at the ring with the skull?
Yes. The ring with the skull is a ring of necrotic resistance.
Fascinating.
Hold on, Jeff. I got one more thing coming for you. Let me just take a picture because I don't think that showed the whole deal. Ah, fuck. Wrong one. My bad. Connell and Dorspira, why don't you go ahead and to give me a perception check for your watch.
I got a 20.
I got a 16.
So that okay. So Quinn, give me a perception check too, because you said you.
22.
Okay. So I mean, you position yourself in a way where you can hear them and keep an eye on them. You don't encounter anything. Actually, this silence is a warming break from the day that you guys have had. If there's anything that you would like to RP, we can go ahead and do that.
I'll just look over to Dorspira and just kind of go, fucking hell, that was a rough day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, do you trust Quinn?
I think so. He hasn't done anything to us yet. He's acted strange since we left, but
Kind of strange during the fight. He kind of didn't really help us too much. Kind of went off and did his own thing.
I mean, is that really unusual though?
Yes, he normally shoots to things.
He shot the thing in the back.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I was too busy getting bit by a fucking vampire.
I don't know. I'll have to consult Owlton on this one. Oh,
Well, let me know what your owl says.
sorry, Tim? Question mark?
Tim turns.
Tim.
Shoot Connell in the head.
You guys could just repeat everything about Quinn from the moment I logged off. So I'm gonna
Mike's gonna backstab you at some point.
No, long story
Fat
short,
meanie head.
he just asked if I trust you. I said,
No, I got all that. I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
I didn't think I did.
No,
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
that's
really.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
After they like stop talking, I would go to sleep. I'm not gonna stay up the whole watch.
You're muted.
Andy, you're muted.
They apply some dressings to Connell and enjoy the silence and keep a very keen eye at what is around. That's that. Who's taking second shift?
Quinn will take second shift.
Okay.
Usually, what's her name does too.
Yeah.
Antonia.
Yeah.
Marlo's
I will
dead.
join
Dead asleep.
Marlo's
No, I forget her name. The
Yeah,
ringleader.
Antonia.
Antonia.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Well, let's let Antonia sleep. Maybe I can wake Dak up.
Sure.
Whatever works. So I'll wake up Quinn and definitely take a long rest.
Okay. Why don't you two one can give me a perception check, or if one of you wants to aid the other, the person who wants to aid, go ahead and roll me a d20.
I will aid.
Okay.
All
So
right.
Tim, roll me a d20.
I got a 9.
Yep. So you do not get the roll with advantage. Quinn is distracted and just
That's on par.
Yep.
Well, I rolled a 1, so.
Okay.
Hey, remember that time?
Yeah,
We start going off into random stories from when we worked together.
Nothing happens in your watch. I don't know if there's anything in particular you would like to play out, but it's quiet as far as you know.
Have I since I'm up from my watch, have I had my long rest?
You have not yet.
Okay.
You're not
just checking.
not completed it yet.
Okay. Yeah, because of 8 hours. Nope, nothing.
Okay.
You're good.
I'll awake. Alton will already be awake, so I don't think I need to wake him.
As soon as the sun starts to peak, you can see it break through some of the leaves from the north side of the plume groves. You wake Alton up, and I don't know if anybody's going to watch with you, Alton, but go ahead and roll me.
I'll tap Marlo. Just gotta flick her on the nose a little bit.
She's like in that deep REM sleep where her eyes are kind of like open and like she looks like she's having a seizure. She wakes up violently.
Watch the old man.
All right. She like rubs her eyes.
My joints always hurt in the morning.
Oh, not this again.
Same deal.
It always feels like it takes a while to warm them up.
Marlo is going to turn back into a wolf again.
Okay. So
Wait, Marlo, would you like a hard toffee?
No. No.
and she goes back into the familiar wolf form.
Yeah, and she's gonna like prowl around the grounds, mostly looking around for stuff, but partially hunting for like a little breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast rabbit.
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Is this with smell?
Yeah.
Or would this?
Yeah, I mean you're tracking. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And why don't you go ahead and make one too, please?
It's an
Independently.
18 for Marlo.
It's a what?
18.
18. Okay.
Yep.
Modded 20 here.
Modded 20. Okay. So, Marlo, about a couple hours and the sun is finally up over breaking the trees, and you see several rabbits just huddled up underneath some of this like thick overgrowth, and you roll me a stealth check. Just dexterity for a wolf. Actually, do in wild shape, do you get to use your abilities or no?
It's only
16. All right, I say you spend a couple minutes just kind of like circling and finding the best plan of attack, and you find this one spot where the brush opens up a little bit and it's on their backside, and you just wait and wait, and then pounce and make an attack roll.
It's 11 plus what do I?
Yeah, I mean
Plus 2. Plus 2.
So
so 13.
13. All
Yeah.
right, roll for damage.
What is that? An unarmed strike, right?
Yeah, whatever wolf is. It's like what, 1d?
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's a bite.
It's like
It's a bite. Yeah.
bite attack.
Yeah. 2d4 plus 2. Whew. This rabbit's dead. That's a 7.
There's
7
nothing
damage.
left in this rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 piercing damage.
Yep, you get both of them. Instant kill on them, and walk back as everybody's just starting to, like, stretch from the ground and everything. Alton's looking out, and Alton, what you see is from the far west, like over the plume groves, this flock of birds get kicked up and go to the east. Nothing else happens, and Marlo returns as everybody's waking up with rabbits in her mouth. So the day is yours to do with it what you wish.
Well, let's eat some breakfast and keep heading north.
Yep, and this is where everybody turns level 6. You've achieved your long rest. Congratulations.
Yep.
Woo-woo.
Yep.
Do you want us to
Stuff.
roll HP and let
I
you
did
know?
already.
Oh, good.
I mean, I just did. I got 9.
I
7.
got 8.
Nice.
I'm at 42.
So, Jack,
42 hit points.
I got a 7.
Yeah.
have you thought more about it?
32.
About how much you weigh?
Dak,
Me?
he's talking to you. He's talking to you, yeah.
Yes,
Jack,
I weigh.
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
You don't have to answer any of these.
Yeah, you really don't have to. We did it.
No,
I mean, all right, well, then, Dag,
I did.
do you have a particular skill that you would say is your strongest asset?
Killing.
That's a bit of an overlap here.
the only
But
only real important
that's
question is
acceptable.
what do you want done with your body after you die?
Well, I
I'm
mean,
also really good.
that's a good question as well. I didn't consider that. Hold on a moment.
And Alton's going to make some notes and adjust some of his application questions.
I will give him weight and height and stuff. I will fully do that. I will fill out all of his application stuff.
See, you see that, Quinn? It's not that difficult, is it?
I'm gonna.
Are we ready to go?
To be fair,
I don't
Hamilton, his
believe
size
that
changes.
Quinn can read.
Quinn, Alton, I already told you, giving you my exact weight and height is a very difficult thing to do. It changes often. And I already showed you what I'm good at.
I think he might be adult illiterate.
I'm just whispering that to Dak,
Yeah, I just do.
but maybe not like whispering it too softly. Like anyone close enough.
I just
So you
look.
can hear it.
I think we speak the same language. I'm gonna just look over to Dak in Undercommon and be like, bunch of idiots.
You found them first.
Oh, I'm aware.
As you guys pack up your camp and head along your journey, you get a couple hours away from your campsite into your hike. Whoever's leading this, let's do a perception check, please.
Is Marlo still a wolf?
I'm a wolf for 2 hours, so
Well, it's
if
for at least
it-
for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let it
So
go.
I will. I'll lead this.
All right.
I'll be right behind him or her.
Yeah, I'll stay up there too.
I mean, this is becoming like more of a wide open field as the plum groves start to go behind you. So you guys could all walk in a line if you wanted to.
That's
Quinn,
a 13
Quinn just
plus-
insists that Alton is kind of in the middle.
What was
I'm
that?
okay with that.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be back with Dorspira, guys. Because Quinn's up with Marlo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just be
Okay.
in the back.
That was perception, right?
Yep.
All right. Wolf's perception plus 7, so that's a 13 plus 7 is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, so just before your wolf form before you revert back into Marlowe, you're put your nose up to the air and you can smell a change. You look off and to your left and you can see uh, a wagon donned in Clovis Concord colors with the emblem hanging off of the side facing you. It's being pulled by three very well taken care of horses and surrounded by eight Zelazo guard.
All right.
She points her nose to you. You guys all watch Marlowe look in this direction, and you're like at the crest of like the last rolling hill, and you can see the path that goes from west to east, and then it turns north, and up in the north, about as far as you could see right now, it looks like some kind of like marshland, swampland, with another thick layer of trees.
Do these Zelazo, do they look, are they human? What race are they?
Yeah, most of them are human.
I will shape into a human, my human form.
Okay.
Do they look similar to the guard when Connell stole from that stable?
Yeah, I mean, all of the Zelazo guard are they wear the similar armor. If you're looking
they're
for
like
that,
the police.
yeah, they guard the
They're not
menagerie
quite
goats.
standing soldiers. They don't go out on war. They patrol roads and protect cities.
Yep, and you'd be familiar with them.
I lean into Connell and say, it's the fuzz.
That's okay. They'd never see me.
Fuzzy.
I wish I didn't see you.
That's just not nice.
Well, I'm not nice.
So,
And Dak, you would see that Quinn turns into like a darker skinned, dark brown hair, little goatee, clean cut human, like a good tanned skinned human.
Oh, Quinn, wait! I forgot something. I forgot this morning. I was supposed to give you this.
What's that?
It's probably way too late to attune to it now.
I'm gonna give him this beautiful rapier.
Oh, okay. Well,
It is. I don't know how to pronounce it. Frothus.
Frothus.
Does that sound right? Frothus
is it
rapier.
Is it on D&D Beyond?
Yeah,
It is. Can I paste it in general?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want
Yeah.
with it now.
All right.
What color is it?
There you go, guys. In general.
All right, I'll jump in there and add it.
I just put the Clovis Concord symbol in general for you guys.
I'm getting a page not found for that link, Jeff.
It's working for me.
Okay.
Are you
I
logged
got
in?
it.
Yeah, I am.
Are you logged into D&D Beyond? Like,
Yeah,
just make sure that it's that, and you're tied into a campaign with
Yeah,
Andy.
you might need content sharing enabled.
Yeah.
Go to
I can see it.
edit your
Sorry,
character. Go to the first step when you
Yeah.
whatever. Then look for what is it? Home brew.
Homebrew.
There's like a little check mark, little switch.
Magic items,
Alright.
yeah.
That thing also has 3 charges that recharge at dawn. You can burn 2 charges to cast Misty Step. You can burn 2 charges to cast Invisibility. And you can burn 1 charge to add a D4 worth of cold damage to a successful attack.
They
And
call it the
it's
Sword
sick.
of the Morning.
Does it say that on there, or is that new?
Yeah, no, that's in my notes, and I put it in the thing, but it wasn't pulling up, so I don't know if I saved it right.
All right.
No, it's pulling up for me.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still getting it added.
for me, and it still won't show up.
Oh, that might be what it is. I gotta check on mine to see if I have homebrew. No, I do have homebrew because I got the other thing added. All right,
Yeah, I
anyways,
can't find it.
back into it.
I will snip it for everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, nobody needs to know what it
Thank
does.
you.
Mine now.
Jeez, you guys are all loaded up.
Hey, I just gave out literally almost all my magic items, so.
I'm not quite certain who best should wear this ring. It would protect you against necrotic damage, and if you wear it, you'll also look like an edgelord.
Quinn slowly raises his hand. Still not finding it.
I don't need it.
I mean, if no one's gonna take it, I'll take it.
I would wear it, but I just don't think I could pull the aesthetic off. Does this make me look tougher?
It's like a,
Yes.
it's like a thick, like a pewter colored ring, that has a different type of skull with two black, like dark, stones set in the eyes.
It's very edgy. I don't mean to overpitch it.
In all honesty, if nobody's gonna take it, I'll take it.
Doesn't seem like my thing.
Of course. Here you go, Quinn. You've made out like a bandit.
Apparently. I'm still not finding that sword. I added it.
I dropped
I
the,
took that
the
ring
link
off a
in general.
dead finger.
I'll re-click it.
I had to break it a little, and loosen it, in order to get it off that decayed finger.
All right. Well, I'll take it from.
Okay.
Is that a standard ring? Like, will that pull up, or is that
I
homebrew?
don't think so. It's wicked easy to make,
worries.
though. I just
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that one. I didn't think about it.
No. We got it. I'll
right.
make a note.
Okay, so you guys are all like crouched down, and there's somewhat tall grass on the top of this very small rolling hill. You see this carriage coming up with horses and guards all around it. What would you like to do?
Before Marlo even she's dropped form, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. So why
Are we
don't you
hiding? Is that what we're doing?
go ahead and roll me a stealth check?
Oh yeah, no, you did pretty good for me too.
Same.
Give me 1 second.
Let's see here. Let's get some music.
So
on.
again, just to give you some influence on this, guys. Marlo's not sure if there's danger or not. She's just trying not to be made aware
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking. Sorry.
or be found.
We have nothing to fear from the Celesso. We've done nothing wrong, and we are champions. But I have no problem with keeping our head down.
Oh, I have disadvantage on stealth. Oh, that's
Same.
not much better. So 21
Jesus.
with pass without strength.
All right. What everybody get?
16 for me.
17 for Marlo.
32.
34.
All right. And Alton, what'd you get?
A 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, I'd say y'all duck down and you watch it. Initially, it was probably 700 feet to the left of you, and the cart slowly goes past you and kicks off and hits that bend where If you guys are not going to do anything and just let it pass, it gets a safe distance.
Can I see who's in it?
Make a perception check.
16.
16. Yeah, most of the drapes are down on this, but you get one view in it. It looks like a female is all you can make out.
And they don't see us?
No, they don't. Or if they do, they don't pay any attention to you.
All right. Well, I'll follow the lead of everyone else.
So what would you like to do?
Continuing on to...
Yeah, I guess we go.
I believe Antonio was forcing us to complete the promise.
I'm not
It seems
forcing
like reverse.
anybody.
It seems like reverse human trafficking.
I made a deal.
Yes.
I
Well,
mean,
of
if
course
you-
you're enforcing the deal. I understand. Quinn gave his word, and we're moving towards that objective.
Okay. So is you do you come off the hill and hit the pathway? Are you going to follow the path, or are you going to?
We should stick to the road. Try to make the best time we can.
I agree.
How long does it take to attune?
Half an hour. So
Okay, so assuming in this walk I can attune to it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh, and what was?
Few.
Sorry, what was?
Because I really did mean to give that to you at breakfast.
What was that ring?
Necrotic resistance.
All right, thanks.
Maybe homebrew it.
Oh, I got it.
So
Alright, I'm
after a couple more hours of travel, sticking to the road, you guys don't run into any danger. Sometimes there's a couple spots where you can see the cart slow down a little bit, and you have to like adjust your pace if you want to keep some kind of distance in between you and them. But you eventually come upon this little town. The first thing you see are these like little swamp, like bogs, little pools of just stale, stagnant water on both sides of this roadway. That opens up into here. I'm gonna send you like a little visual here, so you can see it. The road gives way to like a small woods of soft wood, like a poplar, vines wrapped all around the trunks of these trees with a large canopy over top. In these little, you start to see these little houses, almost like dug in and built up. You know, like they made almost like a moat around it and raised these little huts up. You can see several people as you enter this town working, harvesting some kind of plant life or whittling at the base of the tree. Oh, that's the one. They put it in this bag that they have wrapped around. Here, let me send that picture to you. As you enter the canopy, it goes from like bright sunny day to almost not dim light, but the cover is so thick that it blocks out most of the sunlight.
Oh, hey Andy.
Yes.
Sorry, just real quick. That cloak, that was attunement as well.
Yep.
All right, I do not put that on.
And it looks something
Same.
like there.
I am tapped out on attunement right now.
As you enter, you can see the cart parked up in front of you. Zalezo in the front and the back, and this elven lady step out of the carriage and into this first hut. Connell, go ahead and make me. I'm gonna have perception.
Okay. Oh, that would be a 23.
Rolling hot. So, here, let me get this. As you were walking in and you come within somewhat close distance of this carriage. You look at the guard, and there's one that looks way too familiar. The familiar, like, short mustache and the curly hair that comes out of his helmet. He's no guard. You've done a couple jobs with him. What's he doing dressed up as a guard? Just something to think about.
Okay.
The rest of you, it's not a big town. There's probably a couple hundred people total here, and you only see about 25 to 50 of them out and about going from a house. Most of them are doing some work with the nature here. And that's that. What would you guys like to do? Actually, you know what? Right there, let's go ahead and take 5.
That's good. I was already heating up my Chinese food.
There you go.
What's the name of the town?
This is Othmore.
Othmore? Okay.
Othmore.
Word.
Hopefully, there's no bollywogs.
God. Shoot one vollywog.
You shot a lot of them.
You
shoot five bullywugs, and then all of a sudden,
Remember those innocent bollywogs that came up to us?
Completely-
and
They're offering us
not
food.
that aggressive?
completely hostile bullywogs.
Fuck up our environment.
Take a moment to talk about our bullywop.
All right. We'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Okay. So, coming back in, you are like entering the center of this small town, large village, whatever you may call it. You see the Zelzo guard guarding the carriage still, and the lady walk down and into this hut, like the main center hut of the town. You notice that there appears to be a myriad guard or myriad member in Zelzo armor. And Marlo, off to the right hand side as you enter it, you see this older half orc female sitting down and pulling like the vines off of the base of this tree. And she starts like coughing up like this real thick cough, and she spits it off to the side, and it's like this disgusting like purple and phlegmy mix hits the rock and splatters, and you look around and you can see that something is growing out of this small bog right there and affecting the trees that are around. You do see one general store like off to the far left side, but that is about it. What would you guys like to do?
Antoinette, right? Antonia.
Tonya.
This was our destination, was it not?
No. This is Uthmore.
Where are we headed?
Uth is probably another day's journey on the other side of this.
Got you.
Yeah.
Othmore. You can see the confusion I had.
Yeah, Uthmore is they harvest a lot of powerful plants here. Actually, it's weird. Maybe they're not harvesting them. I don't know. What is our plan?
Well, we should probably keep moving. There's no reason to stay in this dive town.
Connell is going to sneak off.
Okay, make a stealth check.
We're like in an aside, and he's just gonna go more aside.
What time of day is it?
It's before lunch, like before noon, when you enter this village.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I still get the pass without trace or no?
No, it's gone.
No,
it only
okay, so
lasts
it's a
for 10
13.
minutes. 13? Okay.
I just want to check.
Connell, in one of his less graceful.
Wait, what'd you roll?
13.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah,
I think everyone sees me.
just kind of like
I don't see you. I could
takes
be
it-
right next to you and I'd miss you.
takes a step back and moves to the side and ducks behind a tree, and you can just see him weave around a little bit. Oh, what are you trying to
I
do?
just imagine us all talking to each other and then just slowly turning our head to follow Connell, like go behind a tree.
What is he doing?
I'm not
Whose
sure.
turn was it to watch him?
I really feel like it's always my turn. I don't know why.
I was going to volunteer you as well, so it shows excellent initiative. Very good, Quinn. I'm going to mark that down for your performance report.
Thought I didn't work for you anymore.
Shows? Oh, that's right. We're all equals, except for you, Dak. You're an employee. Once I start paying you,
Okay.
we'll have to discuss the contract as well.
Connell, is there anything you'd like to share with the group?
I'm not with you guys.
Yeah, he just walks away.
He doesn't even respond to that.
What are you trying to do, Connell?
Spells.
I want to make my way over towards the hut.
Oh,
Okay.
Why did I not take that spell?
So I mean, you can get like across the road if you're trying to be sneaky about it, or you can just say fuck it and you can walk close to it. The closer you get, a couple Zozo guard will hold you. State your business.
Yeah, I want to do. I want to go across the road, kind of
Okay.
sneaky. Just see.
All right,
Just-
what are you looking?
Can I see if I can see inside the hut at all? Is there any windows?
Make
or
a
anything like that?
perception check.
I find in these moments it's best just to wait to see what he does and comes back.
13.
A 13. You can see a human male and what looks to be an elf female. Looks like they're having a conversation.
All right, and do I see the guard
Yeah, he's
that I
still
recognize?
standing in like as you moved up. He's more like on the front side of the carriage. Just having a conversation with the other guard.
Do I recognize the other guard?
No.
No. Okay. So everything else seems kind of.
Yeah, they all look like guards. Just something about this guy's face.
Okay.
Sit down.
I just kind of want to watch for when she comes out.
Okay. Well, he's doing that. What are you guys doing?
Antonio, it's about lunchtime. Do you want to see if you can find us a place to eat?
I'm not hungry. Yeah, so, still confused what we are doing here.
Oh, right now we're just waiting for one of our team members to finish some personal business.
Okay.
It's a town. I don't want. I don't want to go through a town without making sure we've properly staked it out. And
There is a general store if anyone is interested. I doubt they have anything I need, which right now is pearls.
Yeah,
Is
I need
anyone?
rations because I got fucked over on forgetting to do that last time. So
I have a couple for you if you need.
Antonia, I imagine it's a good time to restock on supplies for the journey ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. I had a lead that led.
Yes, you did. That led you to here. Let me pull up our chat. That's where all the notes are.
Hey, DM,
Yes.
in that bag of small gems, could I find any pearls?
You actually do find 4 smaller pearls.
4 smaller. All right, let me take a look at something. I may have more questions.
Yes. You were tracking a human, Gurel. This is where his trail ended for you. So, if there's anything you would like to do about that. But
Yes, I would quite like to go to the store. This was my destination, so I have some questions.
okay.
All right. Sounds like we'll go to the general store and then Connell will figure it out.
All right.
I'm sure we can't be too difficult for him to find.
No, you guys. Most of the locals here are wearing like very nature color wise. It's very like off like olive greens and browns. So the
Marlo
bright,
is vibing to this.
yeah. So you do stick out kind of like a sore thumb. As you walk up to the general store, it has a sign out front, the Twisted Root. You walk in, and there's all kinds of wooden shelves. Not a lot of stuff on there, but some stuff on there. You see
The Twisted Who?
Root, Root. You do see this halfling with a weaved basket, pulling out different plants and a couple like clay jars with like a branch kind of like corked in it, and setting them up on the counter.
As we walk in, I'm going to lean over to Marlowe and I'm going to say, back in the Pallid Grove, we have a band whose name is pretty similar to Twisted Root. We call them Rusted Root.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Did they send you on your way?
They did.
Marlo is like, if she was having a rough day yesterday, she's having quite the day today. Having discovered this little paradise in the land of idiots. She's gonna approach the other half lane, kind of like you would like seeing if you're like this person is a double or a clone. Just awkwardly. She's just approaching this lady awkwardly to ask her what she has in the store.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Brenda, nice to meet you.
Marlo Mayflower, it's a pleasure.
Oh, you're just a bright flower, aren't you?
Oh, yes, and you are quite vivacious.
I have better days, but still.
Oh, don't we all?
What can I help you with? Yeah, welcome to this is my dad's store. But is there anything I can help you with?
My crew and I are just passing through, and I was very intrigued by your store. I know some of my party may have some other things, but me personally, I'm just curious what you got for sale. Anything of particular interest? I don't know. I'm just genuinely curious.
Yeah, I mean, really the only unique stuff for sale that we have here is this. And it looks similar to what you saw a couple people harvesting, which it is like the base of the vine that grows, like when a vine comes out of the ground, how that stalk is a little bit thicker and kind of like hairy. She goes, so this is, pretty much all we have. Something's stopping our usual harvesting right now, but this seems to grow well. It's called a tiki root. And if you eat it, it's makes your body a little bit more hardy. It's actually one of our big exports, if we were allowed to have exports anymore. Yeah.
You're not allowed to have exports.
I don't really know the whole story, but I think that's why the lady's here. Strolling in with a bunch of her soldiers. Something's not happening, and it's really hurting business.
Well, if I can support your store, I'll take a couple of those roots.
A dose. This gives you advantage on saving throws against poison. Ooh. And a dose of them are 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
Yep.
I will take I'll take 2 doses.
2 doses. Okay.
And then you said 5 gold pieces?
Yep.
Then I'm gonna slip her a platinum. Just like off the just making sure, trying to see if no one would look, and just say, keep it to yourself.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Great. That's a 9.
9. Okay. Anybody that's in the store paying attention, or not, just sees Marlo having a great conversation with this worker of the establishment, and makes a purchase for what looks like vines, and just pats her on the side and hands her a platinum. Any
You know, that reminds me, Dak, now that you're officially on the payroll, I suppose you could use a little spending money now that we're in the big town of, what was it? Offmore?
Offmore.
Othmore, yeah.
I think if I need it, I'll tell you. I'm gonna walk up. To
I mean, I would feel much better if the transaction was concluded in some way. It would make our relationship a bit more official.
Just take the money, Dak. It'll be easier.
I'm going to give him 15 gold pieces.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Your rate can fluctuate based on merit.
Sure. I'm gonna walk up to the counter.
Well, as he goes up to the counter, I'm just gonna have this conversation with Alton. We don't have to play it out, but Alton, he didn't ask to be be employed. You just assumed he was gonna be employed. There's this thing called consent. We need to have this conversation about agreeing before payment.
Well, I mean, he seemed to agree once I pressed. So, he certainly could have put up a better fight. And he did completely answer his entire application, unlike some of us who may or may not be literate.
Quinn
Dak,
walks out of it. Quinn walks out of the general store.
As you go up to the counter, you see Marlo having this conversation, and an older halfling male come over to the counter. Yes. Can I help you? Where's my daughter? Oh.
Yes. Hi. He just kind of turns around, takes a breath, turns back around. Hi. I'm looking for. Well, first, I don't want to just ask questions without doing business, so I will take one of those vines.
Oh yes, Brenda. Can you get one of the vines?
A tiki root.
Tiki root.
Quite nice.
Tiki root. Okay.
Oh, thank you. It's a little slow. Big spenders here, it looks like. Yes.
But of course.
Thank you so much. Yes, sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Keep going.
No,
Okay.
please.
What's up? Are you trying to say
This is real.
something,
He's
Jeff?
totally like this.
Yeah, Jeff is just. No? Okay. Sorry.
I'm looking for someone. What was that name you gave me?
Gurel.
Girel.
Yes.
Do you know anyone by the name of Girel?
I can't say that I do.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it. Roll an insight check.
Gurel of hand sanitizer.
Oh, jeez. You guys are killing me today. I'm like, oh, that's a neat name for, general store / apothecary. Oh, no.
That's 18.
18? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't appear to, no. Uh, Let me think for a second. I don't know what his name was, but it seemed like a couple days ago there was an odd fella walking through here, chanting all of these weird things about evil monsters. If I remember right, I heard that he jumped in the bog and never came up. Who would do that? I mean, it just sounds ridiculous. I don't know if that's
Where did
the
he
guy.
jump?
Oh, it was over by the bog that let me see, what's her name? There's a half orc over there, older lady. Zoot was her name.
Okay.
Yeah. They've been having issues with that one. It's just strange right now. It's very strange.
Yes, well, I hunt strange things,
Oh, well.
eliminate them. So, thank you.
Oh, thank you for the business.
Yes.
Hmm?
I'm gonna walk out.
Okay, you just
I
turn
don't
around.
suppose you're buying as well.
Yeah.
Young halfling woman, are you buying as well, or do you only sell here?
Right now we're not buying much of anything. You can.
Are you
look at
sure?
our-
I have 4 very nice hand crossbows,
Yeah,
perfect for a woman of your stature.
Sorry. Not really into shooting things.
Very well. I understand. What about a golden necklace?
Ooh.
That is not a euphemism.
We just really don't have any money for that stuff right now. Not until the
Very
trade
well,
routes.
very well. That's quite all right. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Hmm?
What about rations?
Are you looking to buy for rations? We have a couple left.
No, I want to sell. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I'll buy the lot of them.
They only have 5 right now, so
No.
you
Alright,
get.
well,
I'll take them.
Okay.
just taking all my rations away from me.
They're for you. Just, you don't need to hold on to them.
You didn't see general chat, did you?
No. I also bought too many, so it doesn't matter. But I have a side that's more of a joke. But is this Zoot character? Does he happen to be wearing a suit?
No.
One might call it a Zoot suit.
No. Zoot
It's a,
is,
it's a lady.
It's a
Ladies
lady.
can wear suits.
Yeah, ladies.
And
ladies-
she,
I mean, if
you passed her on the way in, and she had like a ripped, like kind of green skirt, and just something covering her chest. Other than that, you just saw an older.
So no high waisted
No.
pants or anything. Okay.
Yeah.
She's in a Pat Summit, bright orange Tennessee volunteers power suit.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else that I can help you with? I have some business upstairs. No?
I believe I'm perfectly satisfied.
Well, you have a good day, sir.
Thank you. You as well.
I'm gonna tip my hat.
Well, that's a first.
You
It's,
guys
I'm still getting used to the hat.
walk outside, and you can see Connell across the way. Yeah, just kind of like, with his head around a tree. At that time, the lady comes out of the house, not carrying anything. Very official clothing.
Okay.
And she walks towards the carriage.
Okay. Would I recognize her or
Make a history check.
history check?
Yeah. It's gonna be a really high DC.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Okay.
Natural the infinity.
Hold on, let me see what my
Yeah, I want to
history
know what
is.
the total number is.
Yeah, history +2, so 22.
Okay. You do recognize her as a lady in the government. Actually, there's might have been one or two times where she had her crew close to hot on your tail for some dealings in trade that the Myriad hired you for. You don't know her name or anything like that, but say like she's yeah, that's good enough with that.
Okay.
But she walks to her carriage and says something to one of the guards, and walks in her carriage.
Was it the
Yeah.
guard I know?
No, it was not.
Okay.
It was like a captain. He has a little bit different ornaments, a little bit more decorated. And the cart is going to start moving to the north.
Okay.
Unless
And the guard is with it that I know, correct?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see the cart kind of turn and start heading north, and the guards take up their positions, 3 on each side and a couple on the back.
Okay. That's it. I just wanted to see.
Okay.
So I'll go back and
You
I'll
catch these
find the
guys
others.
as they're all coming out of the twisted route. And what would you guys like to do? Don't all jump at
I
once.
believe